Hang on, what? Isn't this what Nathan asked the Globers today?
What?
The same question. What would the geo horizon look like?
They can't tell you.
I can tell you.
I've never seen it, Brenda. So I can only imagine it.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, what do you think?
What do you think the geometric horizon you speak of?
Okay, well, what do you think it would look like?
From imagination, it would be something that's consistently there. It would match the mathematics of the globe, 24,940 mile equator size. You know, it would match all that. That's what it would match. So it would have to match.
It'd be curved as well from right to left.
From side to side.
Why would it be curved?
Yeah, it would.
Why would
because
it be
eventually it has to curve from left to right. It would have to.
Because your sphere is curved on all directions.
It would have to. Yeah, it does have to.
Why?
Yeah. If you do the mathematics, it has to.
In front of you, behind
because
you,
of mathematics.
Side to side, every
Why?
is curving down.
Because of the mathematics, Brenda, involved. It will
explain
have
that.
It will, because of the mathematics involved, you will have a curve from left to right.
No,
when you have a big enough expanse, you will see a curve. You will see a measurable curve from left to right.
No, that's just a tautology. So according to the mathematics,
how much mathematics, not ours.
Brian,
your mathematics.
Brian, you have to allow people to talk. Come on.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, Brenda. Okay, I cut in on Brenda there. I did cut in on Brenda.
So yes. So the point is, you said you have to see a left to right curve, but you just say that you can't show that. Why would I have to see a left to right curve?
Because you're supposed to be on a sphere.
Because
Brenda.
you're on a sphere, Brenda.
But if it's big enough, it would be undetectable.
Then if it was big enough, you're not going to see the curve in front of you.
That's not true.
You can't see it side.
Yeah.
Oh
if you have a big enough expansive area, Brenda, you should be able to see a curve from left to right.
That's just a tautology.
Right. That's the mathematics of it. If you do the mathematics of the globe, you should see a curve from with a big enough view.
If you're an
ant on
that's not true. That's simply not true.
Well,
that's simply not true, Brian.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You see, Brenda. There's only ever a supposed curve seen in the frontal perspective. Yet there is never, ever been a curve in the orthographic view. And you normally love the orthographic view. Yeah, a ball.
What have we got on the screen here, Brenda? What happens when we're looking...
It's a soccer ball.
When we're looking down
it looks side to side.
The globe. What happens when we're looking down it?
What about it? What are you trying to say?
You just asked what it looks like. I'm showing you what it looks like as you...
Yes.
Yeah, so...
That's a soccer ball.
Side to side, Brenda.
Yes, it curves side to side.
Why don't we see that?
Is the globe a sphere like that soccer ball?
Yes, the Earth is like that soccer ball.
Okay, so where is the side-to-side curve on the
There's
Earth?
plenty. There are hundreds, even thousands of pictures showing the Earth just like that.
You don't need to see side-to-side curve.
That's correct.
But now you're saying there's heaps of
yes, there are.
Side-to-side.
Yes, yes.
Where?
Photographs from satellites from space.
You see, the thing about it is, Brenda, is that there needs to be a midway. You can't just say we're going to see the globe from satellites in space, right? Which is something.
Yes, I can.
That's a different argument altogether. You can't just say we're going to see. Hang on 1 second.
Thing. Yeah, it is.
Let me speak.
You know it is.
Right. You can't just say we're going to see a left to right curve from space, and yet there's no middle. Yet we never see it from any airplane, from anything like that. We never ever see it in any way, shape, or form, right? Except for.
What's the contradiction?
Where is the middle ground? Where is the middle ground, Brenda?
What's the contradiction?
How come, no matter how high we go, we can't find a consistent left to right curve?
But we can.
But you can't.
I just told you can. If you go up,
a normal human being
doesn't
have the ability to get high enough to see it.
Well, standing on the Earth, that left to right curve isn't going to be apparent because we're very, very small compared to the Earth. You understand that, right?
Yeah, but in an airplane, you should be able to see it.
Front to back.
No, you shouldn't be able to see it.
Such a big amount. Yeah, an expanse of several hundred miles from left to right in an airplane.
No,
you further from left to right than you do front on.
That's not the prediction. That's not a prediction of the globe. That you should be able to.
This is your mathematics. So mathematics states you should see a left to right. At a particular height, you should see a left to right. That's your mathematics.
No, it doesn't. That's not true.
Yeah.
Whoa, Brian. Payge got it then. Payge, repeat what you just said.
It's not a prediction of their globe model.
That's correct.
There you go. Of your globe model, you're pre-assuming the globe.
Model.
No, I'm not pre-assuming
She's
it.
not talking about reality. She's talking about her model.
That's how science is done. You use a model.
Your science might be done that way, Brenda, but mine shit ain't.
Well, that's because John and Nathan have lied to you about what the true nature of science is. In science...
Brenda, I don't care what John and Nathan say.
They lied to you.
I make up my own mind. I make up my own mind about reality, thanks.
So then read up on the scientific method.
I have.
We don't need to read up. I'll read it out again for you.
I know you don't need to think.
I read it out earlier about it if you want me to read it again.
It's you're confused about the scientific method, Brenda.
Let me talk.
Yeah, not us.
Let me talk.
Do you know, if you just talked instead of saying, let me talk, you get a hell of a lot more out.
Let me talk.
Once the hypothesis has been established, it is best to test it.
I want to say something.
Experimentation.
Why don't you listen to him and then
apart from other disciplines.
Well, that's all I ever do is listen to
every day. An experiment is designed to prove or disprove the hypothesis. If your prediction is correct, you will not be able to reject the hypothesis.
Models make predictions. Models make predictions, right?
No.
Models
yes, they do.
Predictions. No, they don't.
Models make predictions.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
The information that's put in there makes the prediction. The model doesn't.
Yes.
The model presents the results.
Yes, that's what I said. The model makes a prediction.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. The model makes a prediction.
No, you didn't.
So the model.
You need the information first.
The Earth model makes a prediction. It makes it, and given.
No, the information you feed into it makes the prediction.
No, the model itself makes a prediction. So the model is.
Oh, it's got a voice box and can speak and tell you.
That's the reification fallacy. You're making a fallacy there.
Exactly. You're the one doing that. I'm not.
No, I'm not. You are.
I'm not saying the model tells you a prediction. You're saying.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You're making a reification error.
Holy shit! The model said the model tells you.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that.
Guys, did she not just say that?
You said,
no, I said the model makes a prediction.
How can a model make a prediction, Brenda? That's
the predictions. The predictions are based on the model. You're making a reification error again.
Yes, you are.
No,
I'm not.
A model cannot make a prediction. A model speaking about, for a start, a model you're speaking about, right? A model you're speaking about is a scientific model. There is no such thing as the globe scientific model.
Yes, there is.
Really? Well, post the alternative hypothesis then.
Yeah.
Oh, an alternative hypothesis would be that the Earth is...
You're saying there's an official. You're saying there's an official, right?
No.
Globe. The globe's official scientific model. That there has to be the globe's alternative hypothesis.
Well, the alternative hypothesis would be that it's not
null hypothesis.
So you have to actually allow me to talk. So the alternative hypothesis would be that the Earth is not spherical in shape, generally. Right? That would be the alternative. But it is. And the model is that it's 24,000 miles in diameter. It has such and such dimensions, and it has such and such size. It is so many miles. And based on that model, from an airplane window, you will not be able to detect left to right curvature, because you simply
then you shouldn't be able to see front to back curvature from the ground either. Then,
but you can see back, forward.
What is your proof of that? Sorry, for a start,
you can see forward and backward curvature from the ground.
Model?
You can see forward and backwards. You can see objects going over the horizon and coming or coming backwards back over the horizon. That's you can not what I see. But you can't see left to right because the Earth is too large for you to see left to right curvature.
Brenda,
but you can't see forward to back curvature.
On yourself, that Brenda.
I was just explaining.
If you want to believe that, Brenda,
but you can see it.
More than welcome to.
But we can see it. We have plenty of photos and videos of things going over the horizon and then coming back.
No, I don't see them going over the horizon.
Yes, you can see it all the time.
No, I don't.
And that horizon is the geometric horizon.
Why don't you let me talk?
Because I was talking. You were interrupting me. I was talking.
You just talked.
You interrupted me.
I tried to answer, and you just talked straight over me.
That's right. Now you know how it feels, don't you?
It doesn't bother me, though, Brenda.
Well, then that's
not
fine.
going-
Then it's fine. Then I'm just going to keep talking. So the left to right
that's all you do anyway.
curve. No, I don't. The left to right curve
Yes, you do.
is
You just
not
ramble
detectable
on and never shut
at
up.
our size
You're like
and
some
standing on the Earth. But the forwards
freaky
to backwards
toy that you can't
curvature
take the batteries out of.
over the curvature that is detectable.
If you say it
given
enough,
the
it might actually come true.
Given the correct
Keep
atmospheric
saying it. Keep
conditions
talking.
where there isn't
Yeah,
looming
right. Atmospheric
refraction
conditions.
going
Funny
on,
about that.
then you can tell. And we can also detect the curvature if we get high enough. 125,000 feet is
Neil
perhaps
deGrasse Tyson says that stuff is flat.
No,
from that
he is
height.
not an authority. So
Well,
the point
kind
is,
of is an authority
no,
on this,
it's-
Brenda.
you
He's
guys
got a
make this.
class going.
No, he's
Brenda.
not.
Brenda.
He's not an authority.
Yes,
Brenda.
The
he is.
authority is the science, not a man. You people like.
He's
to make this
parroting the
author-
science.
No, he's not. So
He is.
you're getting it. He's wrong. He's wrong. He's
Love
just
it
a
when you
man.
throw your own guys under
He's
the
just-
bus. Brilliant.
Because
Brenda.
I'm not an authoritarian. I don't
Brenda.
think
Oh,
that
yes, you
man-
are.
Did you
I don't
say
think that
that? Did
men
you say that?
make things
Sorry.
true. I
Did
think
you
that
say?
facts make things
Sorry.
true.
Sorry.
I think-
Did you
I
say?
think Brian, I think that
I'm
facts
You've been
make
talking non-stop, Brenda.
No,
Yeah, so
I
you're
know.
just talking,
I
talking,
know.
talking,
It's-
Brenda.
it's amazing.
Because
I
I
love
have to pull you now on some things you said. Did you say that the globe model predicts that you won't see curvature from left to right?
It predicts that as a 6-foot tall human being standing on the surface of the globe, you would not be
Yeah,
able.
but did you,
detect
yeah,
it.
okay. From a 6-foot observation height, you're not going to see left to right.
Yeah,
If
you're
if
not
on-
going
even
to
if-
be able to
even if
detect.
you're on even if we're on a globe, even if we were on a globe, you wouldn't see curvature left to right from 6-foot observation. But did you say that the globe model predicts that we won't see curvature from left to right? Did you say those words?
It says it predicts that as a 6-foot tall person, you won't be
Yeah,
able.
but I'm asking you what you said, not what you're saying it predicts.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying. That as
that's
a
not
as a
what I
6-foot
heard,
tall
man.
person, you won't be able to see the left to right curvature.
And are
Right?
you
It's-
still
it'll be
asserting a globe
it'll
model?
be, huh?
Are you still asserting a globe model?
Yes.
Then-
Well, could you present this globe model, whether it be a
It's-
scientific model or whatever it is you have to present? Because we're
Sure.
hearing about this now for 5 years, and
Hang on,
nobody has
Brian.
ever presented
Can I
one.
just ask her something?
It's called.
Brenda, can I ask you something?
So
something-
Brian just asked me
Hang
a
on,
question.
Brenda, please. Something's just
But
popped
he
into
just
my
asked
head.
me a question. Do you think you can hold it? So he asked me a question. The globe model I will just point to is Google Earth. There you go.
Yeah, Google Earth doesn't
There
show
you
any
go.
elevations.
Okay, Brenda,
Google
can I
Earth
ask
zero
you something
elevations, the seas.
If you're standing
Brenda.
on the beach looking forward and you watch something go off into the distance, if you
Yes.
turn 90 degrees and look forward that way, will you now see curve? Could something go off over the curve in front
Yes.
of you in that direction now? And
Yes,
if you
it's
turn
possible. Yes.
another 90 degrees, can it go over the curve? Like if you're in the middle
Yes.
of the ocean.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you do realize you've just totally contradicted yourself.
What's the contradiction? I don't get it.
Because you're saying something like you're standing looking one way, right? The thing goes off into the distance over the curve in front of you. If you turn 90 degrees to the left, just on the spot, turn. You're in the middle of the ocean, all you've got is ocean around you. Turn 90 degrees. Will you see something go off into the distance over the curve in that direction? You said yes. But
Yes, if there's another boat, yes, I can see that
So
one
why-
go away from me too.
but the boat that's just gone off over the curve when you were looking frontwards comes back into your vision because there's no curve there now.
No, that's not true. That's not how it works.
Yes, because
Excellent,
the
Payge.
curve is supposed to
No,
be the
that's
same
that's.
all
You think that's
directions.
excellent, Brian? You think
I
that's
do.
excellent?
I think it's absolutely so simple and so excellent because
Yeah,
it's
so
just reality.
simple. Just put water
So-
all
so-
around you and do a circle. Stand thinking just water all around. You can't see anything but water. And just turn
Right.
in a circle on the spot.
Right.
Why would you not see the same amount of curve front, back, side to side, because it should be the same in every direction.
Okay,
yes,
so would you let me explain, and would you let me take more than one sentence? So I'm standing on a platform on the ocean. It's very smooth.
No, just on the ocean.
Yeah, I want to stand on a platform because I don't want to swim. Okay.
You can walk on water. You're a miracle. You're amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so I see something go away from me forward, and it disappears over the horizon. I turn 90 degrees. I see another boat disappear from me going over the horizon. Right. I turn again 90 degrees again, and I can see something I'm totally turned around from the first one.
Yeah, backwards.
And I see something go away from me, go over the horizon. All three of those ships will still be over the horizon.
Yes.
Yes.
So why?
So I don't see the problem.
Well, because you're saying that when you're looking in one direction, the ship that's going off over the horizon to your left as you're looking forwards, you shouldn't see any curve. But if you're just sort of looking out of your peripheral vision, then, yeah, you should see that boat start to go over the curve.
No, so you're confusing the left to right curvature with the forward to backwards curvature.
It should be exactly the same.
Well, it is the same, but they're different context, right?
No.
Yeah. One's left to right, one's forward and backwards.
It depends on which direction you're facing, because you could just turn 90 degrees and that way's now forward, backward. And
have you ever seen a skull cap? You know what a skull cap is? A little cap.
You mean those Jewish hats?
Well, yeah, or just any kind of a stocking cap that partially fits over somebody's head.
Yep, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. That's the horizon, the edge of that cap.
Sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to.
The horizon is the edge. The horizon is the edge of that cap, right? So,
so
I see ships. I see ships go over the horizon. I see ships go over the edge of the cap. No, any direction that I turn, they can, and no matter which way I turn, they will never come back over it, because the horizon doesn't disappear just because I can't see it.
But what I'm saying is that when you're standing on that skull cap, looking forward, even just out of your peripheral vision, you will still see the sides of that skull cap. You'll see, if you're close enough to see the front dip off, you should be close enough to see the sides dip off. But that's not what we see in reality. We see, flat horizon side to side, but then it disappears in front of us.
You're comparing the left and right in my visual field to the forwards and backwards, and they're different.
But they're not really, because if it's a sphere, the same. Sorry, Brian.
You know what's going on here. You see, from a 6-foot observer height at the beach, you're not going to see left to right curvature so easy if you're on a ball of the 24,900 mile equator size, simply because of the topography of the land. But if you're out in the water, like you're saying, Payge.
Yeah, that's why we did it that way.
You're standing in a boat, right? You're standing in a boat, and your eye height is about almost 6 foot. You're standing in a boat, a small boat, and your eye height is almost 6 foot, right, above the water level, right? Now, if you're standing in a boat, your feet are going to be slightly below the water level, but let's just say you're 6 foot above the water level. So, if you're looking forward, right, you supposedly 3 miles away, or three and a bit miles away from a 6 foot observer height, will supposedly see another boat disappear from the bottom up. Now, you should be able to see that and see another boat at the left of you or the right of you doing the same size boat doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
Right?
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
But you won't totally. Yeah, but you won't see that happening in reality. You only see that in front on view. You never see that two times at once.
You can see that in reality. Yes, you can see that in reality. Yes, you can.
No, you can't, Brenda. I spent a lot of time out on the sea, both sides of my family, right?
Me too.
Walked in the sea, right? I spent a lot of time out on the sea on small boats, small fishing boats. I'm talking about 15-foot long boats, right? I know exactly what you can and can't see on the sea, right? And you will never ever see that. You will never see that.
Yes, you can. Well,
No,
the
you will
conditions
not.
would have
Now
to be
that
right.
she's realised we're right about what you should see, Brian, she'll
No.
just say that
She's
you
agreeing with
see
you now,
that in
Paige.
reality.
You
she's
think
agreeing
that
with
you.
I'm scared here? No, I'm not.
No,
You're
not
not
scared.
You
scared.
haven't
You
proven
realise
anything.
that we're right, and now you
But
just have
we'll-
to deny what
we're
you
not-
actually see. You say, oh yeah,
We're
we
not
do
being
see
scared.
that, and there's no proof of it.
Yeah,
I
Payge
could
just made
be
a good
standing
point.
on that. I could be standing on that boat and have 4 boats go away from me in all 4 cardinal directions, and they could all disappear over the horizon at the same time.
Mhm.
And yet, left to right, I can't see the curvature because left to right isn't the same as forward and backwards.
Why not? It is on a sphere.
You
Everything
would
is
No,
still
equal.
it's
see
not.
those boats
All
out
curvature
of
is the
view.
same in all directions on a sphere.
No, it
Uh,
isn't.
Yeah,
Well,
from a
it's
6
not
foot
the
observer
same
height,
to me.
the geometric horizon is about three miles away or so.
Yes. Yes.
So everywhere you turn everywhere you turn, you should be able to see the geometric horizon in 2 different places.
Yes, you can. You
You
can.
can't, Brenda. You can't.
Yes,
No,
you can.
yeah,
It's only
can't.
an
We just
absolute
described it.
We
front-on
never see
view.
side to side
yeah.
from the ground.
No, we're talking about the forward to backwards, not side to side.
We have only ever seen a boat disappearing from the bottom up in front-on view out on the sea or at the shore.
Exactly.
It
That's
doesn't
curvature.
change when you're out in the sea. That's all. That's what. No, it's not curvature. What
Yeah,
you're
it
able to
is.
see 3 miles
No,
away,
it's
you
forward
see a
to
small
backwards
boat.
curvature.
If you're in a
No, it's
16-foot boat and there's another 16-foot boat 3 miles away, you will see that starting to disappear from the bottom up, 3 miles away. Unless it's very, very clear, Unless it's very, very clear, then you'll see more of the boat, but it'll still start to disappear
No,
from the bottom
you can
up.
never see more of a boat. You can never see more of a boat that's gone over the geometric horizon.
No, let me speak. From a 6 foot observer height, you will see the bottom of the boats appear to disappear from the bottom up, front on view. But you'll never see it in 2 places at once. You'll only see it from your absolute front on view because of.
Well, nobody thinks you'll see it. Well, you can see it in 2 places at once if there's refraction.
Limit. The diffraction limit, absolutely matches the exact same as what the supposed geometric horizon is.
The refraction limit has.
Height. The 6 foot observer height, your diffraction limit comes into play at 3 miles away.
Brian, the refraction limit has nothing to do with the horizon.
Diffraction limit.
The diffraction or refraction limit has nothing to do with the horizon.
No, the horizon is where is in a apparent position, where the land and water seems to meet the sky.
But we're talking about the geometric horizon, which has a physical.
There isn't one. This is the problem.
Yes.
We have yet to see this geometric horizon.
Well, you can see it when ships go over it. That's when you can see it.
But that's a belief, Brenda. I
can show you hundreds of pictures.
Yeah, you could know, but how come it absolutely matches your diffraction limit at that exact same height?
Diffraction limit has nothing.
The optics of the normal human eyeballs, absolutely match nearly exactly.
Well, I can just wear a pair of
almost exactly the same as the supposed geometric horizon at that.
Diffraction limit has nothing to do with the geometric horizon.
Yeah. No, the horizon. No, there is no geometric horizon that we can find.
Yeah, of course there is. On a sphere. On a sphere. It has to be one.
Where is it? Show it to us, Brenda. Show us
when ships go over the horizon, when they're obstructed by the horizon.
But that's a belief.
No, but I can show you pictures, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pictures.
Yeah, you can show me loads of pictures of boats at 3 miles away from 6 foot observer height appearing to disappear from the bottom up. But that's exactly what we expect to see due to the diffraction limit.
That's exactly what we expect to see. The diffraction limit has nothing to do with the horizon. Diffraction limit has nothing to do with the horizon.
Well, the horizon is a diffraction limit.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Well, you can't see beyond the horizon. The horizon is where it's like the vanishing.
That's right. You can't see beyond the geometric horizon.
It's
an apparent position.
No.
It's a visual position. It's nothing to do with anything solid. It's nothing to do with anything geometric.
The horizon is a physical. The horizon, the geometric horizon, is a physical place on the globe, depending on where you're standing.
On a globe, you're right.
Yes.
On your globe, a geometric horizon is a physical thing, but we don't see that. We only see apparent horizons.
We see it when things are obstructed by the Earth.
Black swan. Because every horizon is an apparent horizon. Every horizon is a white swan.
Always, Brenda.
No, we can see the geometric horizon. You can see it. You can see it.
Can you show me a consistent geometric horizon where you have consistent observations of this geometric horizon from the same exact observer height, from the same exact location, with the same exact camera?
In the video that QE and Nathan tout as their black swan, in that same video, the part that they cut out and don't show you, it shows a clear geometric horizon with the far
So where
plat-
did that horizon go in the other
Right then.
photo, in the other part of the video? So where is that horizon when you see the horizon behind the platforms? Where has that other horizon gone?
in those photographs, the geometric horizon is in front of the platforms, and the apparent horizon is
How do you
behind
prove
them.
that?
Because there's a lot of refraction in those photos. Those are
No.
horrible photos.
How do you prove what you're saying, that there's a second geometric horizon in front of those platforms? How are you going to prove that?
I'm going to share my screen on Skype so you can see it. So you can see it, all right? Just say that to Ranty there before.
Cool,
they do
thanks,
something
Brian.
Like that. Is that okay,
Oh,
Ranty?
What about it?
So how are you going to prove what you're saying is true?
Well, for you, maybe I can't, because
Well, how would you
proof
prove it to
means
anybody?
convince. By
How
proof,
would
I
you prove
think
it to anyone?
I would explain the concepts of geometric and apparent horizon,
Okay,
and
but how
hopefully
would you actually
they would
prove
understand. They would come to understand it.
I just want
You
Ranty
don't
to
have
say,
to believe it as well. You don't have actual proof. You would just tell them
Well,
that
I
on
could
a
show them.
ball you would need to have a geometrical horizon here, so it must be there. Is that what you're saying?
I would show you on the image, on a good image, where the geometric horizon is, and not one that's been cherry-picked to be bad weather conditions, where there's a lot of refraction
No,
going
I'm
on.
asking you to show me on that particular image
No,
where the
I don't-
second horizon is.
no, that's a cherry-picked
Yeah,
image.
but you can't. Because you
No,
can't.
because it's a cherry-picked image
No,
with
it's
a
not.
lot of refraction
No.
and a lot
No,
of
it's not.
atmospheric haze. There's a lot of haze and a lot of refraction. You can
No,
see
it's not.
the cranes are all wavy. That's refraction.
Yeah, that's why it's
That's a
great
straw man.
proof.
No, that's why it's bad. It's a bad photograph. There are
Oh,
other
terrible for you,
there are
yeah.
other images in the same
I'm opposed to
video. The parts that
Yeah,
that
white swans.
the parts that Riley doesn't want you to look at.
Oh, no, we've all
is Ranty
seen
there?
them.
Can I share my screen,
Right.
Ranty? That's
Right.
Ranty there?
You've
I
got
just
no
don't want to share
way
screen
of
without
proving
getting
there is a
Ranty's
second
permission.
horizon. Ever.
Yes, you can see it. It's
No,
in front.
you can't.
It's in
I
front
can't see
of the
two
platform.
horizons.
You can see the line, and then behind it is
What's
the
the
apparent.
definition of the word horizon, Brenda?
There's three different types of horizons.
No, don't start with this 3 different types of horizon nonsense.
Well,
What's the definition for the word horizon?
there's 3 different types of horizons. There's the
No, just
astronomical.
the word horizon.
No, there's astronomical horizon. There's the apparent horizon, and there's the geometrical horizon.
And what's the definition
We're not being recorded,
for the
so I'm going
word
to share it. Ranty
horizon?
won't mind.
What?
We're not being recorded now, so I'm going to share it. Ranty might be not there. So there is
Yeah.
the photograph, right?
Yeah.
There is the photograph.
The geometric
Where-
horizon
Where
is
is the geometric horizon? Yeah, oh no, sorry, I'm not that. Where is this geometric horizon? Well, I have the pointer. Can you see my mouse?
yeah.
Yeah. Where is this geometric horizon? Where do you want
Pretty
me to
much.
put my mouse?
It cuts off the boat, which is not a buoy, it's a boat.
Right
The boat in the foreground and the platform in the foreground. Yes.
here. Well, that
Yes.
makes the geometric horizon about over 6 miles away.
I don't know if that's,
So that still is completely.
you don't
wrong,
know that
John.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's still
You don't
too far.
you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
do.
that.
We don't have
That's
other
the
platforms.
No, you
difference
don't.
today. Yeah, it's
Yes, we
6
do.
point something miles to this platform and 9 point
I'm
something
not
to
saying-
this platform.
Right. I'm not saying that line is 6 miles away. It's just cutting off your vision. It's obstructing your vision of the rest of that boat.
It's certainly
How do you know
further
that's
than
even
0.3
Because the
miles.
boat
Brenda,
is bigger
the whole
than that.
world can see the horizon is behind both platforms. Right.
That would be the
What-
apparent horizon, and it's
Yeah,
there
but you're
because
saying is that
horizon
we
we have.
can't see this other horizon. This is what you're saying.
yeah, it's right there. You can see it. You can see the
No,
I
line.
can't see any
Your-
other horizon. I
your
see
mouse-
one
your-
horizon in this.
your
It's
mouse
impossible
with
to
there
have 2
naturally.
horizons. It's
You
a
can see it
natural
because it
impossibility.
cuts off. You can see it because it obstructs your vision of the platform in the foreground, and the apparent horizon is
I don't see anything cut
refracted
off
up.
there.
I don't,
Payge,
yeah,
do you see
Push
anything cut off
push it
there?
up. Absolutely.
I don't see
making
anything.
it up.
I don't see anything cut off there. I see an horizon
Yeah, it is.
back
You
way
can see it.
behind the 9 point. I mean, that horizon behind the second platform, that could be 11, could be 12 miles away. I don't know how far away it is.
Could
We
be
say 10
15,
miles
could be
away.
20.
We don't know
That's
how
the
far it
apparent
is. All we know is
horizon,
that, yeah.
And the only reason
But all horizons are apparent.
no, that's not true. There's
Yeah.
three
Well, it
types
is
of horizon.
true.
There's
No,
three
there is
types.
on a
No, there's
sphere,
not.
but in reality,
Yes, there
there's
is.
one.
There's three types of
There's
horizon.
no
Not on Earth,
photograph
there's not.
or observation in the world that can show more than one horizon. It's a natural impossibility
No,
to have
no,
more
it's
than one
not.
horizon.
It's not impossible. When there's a
Show
heavy
us
It's
two
absolutely
refraction,
horizons
impossible,
then.
Brenda.
it's right here. It's right in front of you.
Yeah, I've seen
No,
it behind
it's
the
not.
platforms.
It's because of refraction.
No,
Can't
well,
loom
okay
a
then.
horizon above the horizon.
Which effect of refraction are you claiming?
It's looming.
Can't
no,
loom the horizon. You can only
yeah.
loom things with respect to the horizon.
Yeah, you can only loom things above an horizon. And
Yeah,
it
it's
can only
above
happen,
the
It
geometric.
can only happen on a
That's right.
geometric horizon.
Yeah,
You can't
so
loom
No,
an
that's not
horizon
true.
above an
That's
That's
horizon.
not true.
You can't loom
That's
an
not true.
horizon above an horizon.
Yes, it is true.
That's an
That's not
impossibility.
true.
It
I'm
is.
not-
Look,
Look
there's
up
that's
the
not
the
true.
photograph
definition
that
of
proves it.
looming.
There's
No,
the
they're two
photo-
different
it is.
things.
Look, the photograph proves it, Brenda. The
No,
actual
they're two
photograph
different
proves it.
things. So they're two
They're
different
not two
things. So
different
that you
things,
can.
Brenda. They're not two
They're
different
two.
things.
Yes, they
For
are.
you to have looming, you need to have a geometric horizon at 1.23 miles away. And you need to have
Yeah.
all this stuff loomed
geometric-
up behind that geometric horizon.
The
right?
geometric
You don't have
horizon
that.
is in
You have
front.
a-
The geometric horizon is in front
You
of
have
the
the
platforms,
horizon.
and the apparent
You can only
horizon
have one
is
horizon.
behind the platforms, and it's being
Looming
loomed
requires
above.
No,
the
you
apparent
can only
horizon
loom.
is
You
being
can only
loomed
loom
Looming
objects with
above
requires-
respect
geometric
to the
horizon.
requires-
And that is
Looming-
perfectly explainable in the physics of refraction
Looming-
on a sphere. It is
looming-
absolutely perfectly possible for you to have two
Looming-
horizons in the same image. It is
No,
absolutely
it's
possible.
not. It's,
Well, you
it's
saying it's not
impossible.
doesn't make it true.
It's
That's not true.
impossible.
And you saying
Why
it
is
just
it
doesn't
possible?
make it true.
Yeah, it's
Why
not
is it impossible?
Brenda, you can only have one horizon. Even
That's
if
not
you're
true.
looming, even if to do
That's
looming,
begging the
you
question.
can still only have one horizon. It has to be
That's begging the question.
geometric horizon. To loom stuff, you need to have a geometric horizon, and you can't loom an horizon behind an horizon. There's one
Yes, you
horizon.
can.
Right.
No, you
have to
can't.
Yes,
have.
you
There's
can.
one
You can
horizon.
only loom
There's only
things with
one horizon
respect
at any
to the
point.
horizon.
No,
That's the
there's
apparent
you can
horizon.
have under now.
You need to
you're
prove
gonna-
a geometric horizon.
Yes. Just
Does
a
this
minute. Just a
photograph,
minute.
this photograph disproves any notion of a geometric horizon.
No, it
But
doesn't.
you need, it does. It completely disproves it.
No,
because
it
the horizon is at least 10 miles away from a 1 foot observation.
Well, the apparent horizon is behind the geometric horizon, but it's being loomed
No, that's
above
not correct.
the geometric
No, 'cause
horizon.
looming involves
because
one
of
horizon and
extreme
things being loomed
atmospheric
above it.
conditions. It's being
Looming
loomed
involves-
above it because,
Looming
but there
involves-
are conditions
no,
under
that's not
which
correct, Brenda. You're
under which
incorrect.
the apparent and the geometric
because
horizons
you have
coincide
incorrect,
and,
Brenda.
and be
Atmosphere.
together at the same time and at the same place under
No,
other
Brenda, you're
conditions when there's
incorrect.
not so much atmospheric hazing and
Brenda,
refraction.
that's not, no,
then it can
you're
happen
incorrect.
that way.
No, it can't happen.
Yes,
You're
it
incorrect.
can.
Looming involves things
No,
being,
it can't.
objects being seemingly loomed above
Well, then
the
you can
horizon.
you can take the
You
picture
can't-
under
the
conditions where there
geometric
is
horizon.
looming.
You cannot loom a second horizon. You have one
Yes, you
horizon.
can.
There is no
Yes, you
second
can.
horizon. For it to
Yes, you
be an
can.
horizon, you need
No,
the
you
sky to
can't,
meet
Brenda.
this. You need the sky to seem to be meeting the land and sea. Right?
No,
How can you have
no.
two skies meeting two different lands and seas?
Exactly.
You cannot have that.
That's
It's
just that you're
impossible.
just
You don't have a geometric horizon.
you're
you
you're
can't
lying.
do a geometric horizon, Brenda.
You're
I'm
lying,
not lying.
Brian.
I'm telling the truth.
Yes. No.
That's projection,
That's not
Brenda.
a
You're the
lie.
one
No,
lying.
the geometric horizon is different than the apparent horizon under
It
some
absolutely is.
So now you're just
circumstances.
going to make up
But
a
under a lot of
horizon.
circumstances,
Gonna
the
make up a
geometric and the
definition.
apparent coincide with each other.
Do they? So we can see, really, show us these double horizons. Because in every
It's right in front of you.
observation ever, there is
Yes.
there is this apparent horizon that's
Yes.
about 10 miles away, and then there is a belief of a second horizon
Yes.
somewhere
Yes.
out of
Yeah,
view.
so she's agreeing a belief.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Out of
it's-
view. And even at that, that's wrong because she still has to claim looming, which involves one horizon. So you can't
No,
loom,
looming,
right?
looming just
Objects
requires
above an horizon,
looming just
and then
requires
loom an horizon
refraction.
behind those objects. That's not what
Looming,
happens.
Look up the
looming just
definition of
requires
looming.
refraction. That's all it
No,
requires.
you're wrong.
No, refraction
Yes,
is a
it
broad
does.
term. Looming is one effect of refraction, one of the
Yes,
five
I
effects
know.
of refraction.
Yes, I know.
Right, and looming requires because looming is based on a globe. It's based on R. It's based on radius. Right, so looming requires to have a geometric horizon, and objects being seemingly loomed up above that horizon, that geometric horizon.
Above.
We
No,
don't
above.
have that here.
Yes,
you can't
yes, you
loom
do.
a second horizon. You need
Yes, you
two
can.
skies, Brenda.
No, it's
you
not
couldn't
two
see
skies,
a
it's
second.
one
The whole
sky.
idea of an horizon, Brenda. The whole idea of an horizon is that you have where the sky and land and sea seem
But that's
to meet.
the apparent horizon, Brian.
Yes,
Not-
the only
not
horizon
the
we ever
geometric.
see is an apparent horizon. We
No,
don't
that's
see
not
any other
true.
horizon.
That's not
yes,
true.
it is true. We never see
Yes,
a
it
different
is.
horizon, Brenda. We don't
Yes.
see two horizons. There's no such thing.
Yes,
it's
you-
a natural
yes, you can.
impossibility.
No, it's
Well,
not.
This is lunacy, Brian. This is
I know.
absolute
Look,
lunacy.
Payge, the best thing Brenda can do
But they're two
is
different things.
gather the proof together and present it on Nathan's.
It's right
That's the
here,
best
right in
thing.
front of you right
He's
now.
literally just
There
imagining.
is no.
making
Where
up
is
bullshit.
this? Where?
I
you
already
tried to
told you
say
where the
that-
geometric
you tried to-
horizon is. Yes, right there.
Yeah, where you.
Yes.
But it can't
Yes.
be, Brenda. It
Yes,
can't
why?
Because
There's
the
a
horizon is
unicorn
back behind
right
the second
there.
platform.
But that's
Look, I can
perfectly
see it, it's right
possible
there.
because of
It's
refraction.
not. It's an impossibility. It's a natural impossibility.
Why is it impossible?
Because you can't have two horizons.
We've
you need
told
two
you why.
skies.
Yes, you can.
It's ridiculous.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
Because what you're claiming is looming, and which requires one horizon, a geometric horizon, and objects appearing to be loomed above that horizon.
With respect
Well,
to
yeah,
the
The
horizon.
apparent
With
horizon
respect
is being
to that
looped above
horizon.
the geometric horizon,
No,
so
you
it
can't
meets your
loop the
definition.
horizon.
There is no definition for a second horizon when it comes to
Yes,
looming.
there is.
The whole idea
Yes, there
isn't.
is.
Really.
Yes, there
post
is.
it then. Post it then. Post the evidence of this.
Well, yeah, maybe I'll make a video based on this or something. I don't know.
Do
But
actually.
yes,
That would be
you
good
could just
because
Google
otherwise
this.
we're
You
going to
could
be
just
arguing
Google-
about this forever.
Yes, I know, because that's all you ever do is you're just contrarian
you
and
ever
you
do
deny.
that? Brenda,
no,
you deny
Projection.
no, I tried.
Again.
You don't ever.
Rejections
I
to the max.
No, that's I'm trying to argue and reason with you, and you just
Yeah,
deny.
you're trying to argue. That's all you
But
want
you
to do is
overtalk.
argue.
We're trying to do the
But you
same
just,
for you, Brenda.
but you just overtalk. Well, you don't allow me to talk. This isn't an
Oh,
adult
no, you haven't been
conversation.
allowed to say a damn thing.
That's true.
have you?
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've asked you many
Correct.
questions. You've asked us many
Lie.
questions, and we've all
I
answered
have
each
to-
other's questions.
I have to just start talking and ignore it when
Yeah,
ignore you when you
same with
overtalk
us. We
me
just have
like
to
you're
talk
doing
over
right
you.
now. This is what I
Yeah.
have to do is I have to just keep on talking. That's what I have to do.
Yeah,
Right, but
same
this isn't.
here.
But this isn't how actual adults. This is how fucking children talk.
But
You're a
you
fucking
don't,
child.
You don't
So now
behave
we're
like an
saying
adult,
we're
Brenda.
swearing.
You're not
No,
behaving like
no,
an
you're
adult.
you're just a fucking child.
You're not behaving like. Which one of us is a child?
Triggered.
You.
Me, Brian.
Yes. You.
Why am I a child? I can have an
Because-
adult conversation. Me and Paige could have an adult conversation.
No.
I can have an adult conversation with anyone.
No, you
I
can't.
see it seems to be
Yeah,
that it's
he
always
has
people
perfectly
can't
good
supposedly have this adult
We've had-
conversation with you.
Well,
You
we've
always
had
say that
multiple
people-
conversations, Brian, and you're not able to allow me to even speak.
See how you're the common denominator there, Brenda. You.
Yeah.
You are not able.
Exactly.
Well, Yeah, because you get triggered, Brian.
You
Who's
get triggered,
swearing?
Brenda.
You get triggered,
Who's
and you get
swearing,
triggered,
Brenda?
and
The other
you
night-
start
The-
and you
other-
start just talking and talking, and you don't allow anybody to interrupt you.
The other night I got
So-
triggered,
so-
Brenda, because
so
I got
we're
sick
done
of you
with
wasting
this.
time,
No.
wasting people's time.
No,
Well,
I'm
often-
not
you
wasting
often time
people's
You're
time.
just wasting
Right?
people's time. You're just
Waste
messing
time.
around.
No, I'm not
Sometimes you have a
messing.
bit of a debate, but often the time you're just messing around. Like you're willing
No.
to say anything to try and win a debate. That's what I'm
Yeah,
knowing about
exactly. She
It-
just
it's
wants
not-
to win. She doesn't
No,
care.
it's not possible to have debates with
scruples.
you. I do with other people plenty of times
you. What
when
about
they
with me?
when they actually act like actual adults, but you're not able
Oh,
to
and
do
don't
that.
swear and get
Why?
triggered like you
Who
just
cares?
did.
Who cares about swearing? Who cares if I say fuck?
Brenda, the only people who
Brenda.
swear like that is when they can't speak properly, when you don't have adequate vocabulary to say it in a different way.
Who cares if I say fuck?
Hang on, we're going off. What this
It
is
just
now, we're
shows
moving away
what kind of
from the
person you
initial
are,
point.
that you can't have a
This is what's going
conversation
on.
without getting triggered and swearing.
We're moving away.
This isn't
Page
triggered.
from
This
the,
isn't
from
triggered.
the
This is just
geometric horizon.
frustration. This isn't
So
triggered.
that
This
is
is
literally the
claiming-
definition of triggered. You.
No, it isn't.
Oh my goodness.
Just being frustrated isn't being triggered.
Brenda,
That's
you
literally
claiming,
the definition, Brenda. When you
No,
get so frustrated that you're triggered.
Page, you're being diverted. We're being diverted. You're being diverted from the geometric horizon. This is what this is. It comes back to how
Yeah,
I'm a child and a lawyer.
She will just hold on to this.
Well,
yes, it's there. There is a second horizon there. You know, that's, I mean, it's like saying, oh, I see a unicorn there. And somebody else going, well, I don't see it. And I'm going, but yes, it's there. It's just right there. Can't you see it? It's right there. Like, that's all it's doing.
Same thing,
So maybe sometime, Brian, we'll have an actual debate and where I can mute you and keep you on control.
So she wants you to go to a platform where she can mute you. She's
nobody here can mute anyone.
Well, there would be a mod. There would be a mod who would do that.
She's not in it for truth.
Yes,
she
because
just wants to be able to mute people. Wow.
Because you can't have
you
can't have a conversation. So we would need a third person to mute you.
Well, if you want to have a debate with me on Ranty's next week, we can do that. Ranty will moderate. And Ranty, when he moderates, he makes sure that I or anyone else does not get...
she left. She left.
He wasn't having nothing to do with it.
She just got found out when she said, I want to be able to mute you.
Yeah.
My God.
I started offering her a debate and she's just gone. She's no intention of having a debate. She's not worried about having a debate with me. She'd debate me for 10 hours. She wouldn't care. She's like a machine at debating. But all she'd bring would be a load of pseudoscience and non-logic. Crazy non-logic.
And
that you couldn't. That's all you get out of her. Like.
Got no physical proof of what she's saying. She just says, yes, I believe there's a geometric horizon. Look, it's right there. That's all she did. Look, it's right there.
Look, I personally believe that Brenda, she did trigger me there night because sometimes I just can't tolerate it. But
you do really well, Brian. I can't believe you stay so calm with her. I feel like just reaching through the phone and throttling her.
I know she gets your go very fast. I understand that.
Oh yeah.
Because she keeps the same monotone kind of thing going, and there's a couple of the ballers that do that to me too, and there's one or two, man. There's no way I could debate them because I'd only up getting angry. You're not going to. I couldn't debate. I just know there's no point in me trying to debate you because what's going to happen is regardless of what facts I have, I just get angry at you because of the monotone kind of thing, that kind of thing. But
it's that monotone with no emotion, no nothing, just
it's this
voice.
constant monotone thing, and it's just like it's hard to deal with. With Brenda, I normally can have, I can normally have a bit of a laugh about it with her because she'll debate all night. But the problem with Brenda is that, as you know, and as she proved every time not just tonight, she proves every time she comes in to debate anyone, she's willing to just say anything. So how can you win that debate?
How can you say that's even a proper debate when she's not? She will never concede even the smallest little thing. Like the other day when I said to her about the shoe being a natural phenomenon. So why can't you just admit that? Oh yeah, that was a bit silly to say. You know, she can't even take back that smaller little thing.
No, I agree. She can't even go. No, she won't even. That's the problem. She'll never concede, and she'll always say anything she needs to say at the time. She'll change something she said 4 sentences ago if she needs to, or 10 minutes ago if she needs to. She'll say whatever she needs to say at the time. And
she'll be contradictory. She'll double speak. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Globe side love Brenda because Brenda will waste flat earthers' time constantly, all day, every day. And that's what she does, and she does a very good. Technically, she's probably one of our best debaters. I would put her up there as the best.
In that context, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah, I would
because they love people like Simon Dan who don't have any content of their own. They just pick on people. It's like, that's all he does, is pick on people.
I gave up taking Simon Dan serious, as in, what I mean by that is that I'd watch his videos and it didn't matter what he was talking about, even though it was anti-flat earth, he was being sarcastic. And I'd laugh at the fact that I'd laugh at his sarcasm, and I stopped caring about what the subject was, even though I knew it was against flat earth. I'd laugh because I know that he doesn't debate. I know that his thing is, and he's right. He shouldn't come debating, because that wouldn't go wrong for him. Because if he doesn't have confidence in debating, it won't work out for him. So he's right to do what he does. As far as, otherwise his channel will look really bad, and he'll look bad. So he's keeping a position of power by just being sarcastic and making sarcastic videos. But he has said a lot of things wrong in the videos. And that's why he often doesn't reply to people as well. Because sometimes people say stuff to him, and I've said one or two things to him, and he didn't reply to me. And I knew he didn't reply to me because the thing I said to him, that's the problem. And he kind of, it was stuff that he wasn't aware of. And that was the problem. I said one or two things to him he wasn't aware of. And it was more to do with mainstream science, stuff in mainstream science, and he didn't know what response to give to it, because technically I was using mainstream science against mainstream science.
So things he should have known.
Yes, with statements he made and stuff like that. So I could listen to Ski Man Dan for 3 hours and I just laugh. I just laugh at what he does. Not laughing at him. I'm laughing at he's good at being sarcastic and stuff like that. He's sarcasm. So he's the opposition, but I don't have to take it all so serious. But there's other members of the both side, and they are more likely to make you angry because they're likely to be condescending in a kind of, he's being condescending, but in more of a sarcastic way. But
I can't see Brenda is doing anything but trying to get people angry. Like,
Brenda has a complex.
She wants a reaction.
She loves the attention. Brenda is somebody on the internet. Brenda, in this arena, Brenda is somebody, and this whole flat globe thing is going down in history. And Brenda is one of the most well known in that sphere. Let's say, pardon the pun.
Pardon the pun.
But it's true, isn't it? Brenda is one of the most well known. That's why she's on Nathan so much. She knows that Nathan's show is going down in history. Right?
Yeah, she wants her name to be remembered.
Yeah, and if push comes to shove, she'll switch to flat. I have no doubt when time to come. If that's what she has to do to gain more attention, she'll do what she has to do. You know.
See, I just don't understand. I'm the exact opposite. I won't come on shows and stuff because I know that this is gonna, be remembered forever, and I don't want anyone to remember me. I'm like, oh my God.
You don't want the attention. Imagine. No. Hey? You see, people who love attention, they don't care whether it's good or bad attention. If you think about a child,
I've noticed that.
Yeah. Like a child will be good to get a pat in the head and told that they're a good boy or a good girl by their parents or their guardians or teacher or whatever. Or they'll break something to be told they're bold or they're bad or they're being naughty.
Just to get somebody to give them attention. Yeah.
It's attention. So, I mean, children will do all kinds of stupid stuff. They'll say further things to get attention. But they'll also try and do very good in school or win a medal, whatever. They'll do whatever they have to do to get attention. And you can see in a family situation. Yeah, she's doing that. So someone who craves attention doesn't care what kind of attention they get, as long as they get the attention.
They're getting something.
Yeah, so she doesn't care what attention she gets. Until it reaches a point like a few minutes ago where she ended up being stuck in a corner. Then she has no choice but to drop. You know what I mean?
She paints herself into a corner every time. Yeah, and she just runs away.
Yeah, I mean, she does pretty good considering there was two of us. Do you know what I mean? You have to give her her dues.
She held her own for a while.
She held her own. But it's easy hold. But the other side of that, it's easy hold your own if you're not there for the debate. If you're only there for the attention.
If you're just literally going to deny everything and make stuff up. I mean, I could go on and debate somebody that Narnia is real by saying, but I just think it is because it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
what good is that?
Yeah, well, exactly. You can say whatever you want if you have no scruples about what you're saying.
Exactly.
there's other members on the ball side, and the problem, I said it, I don't know if you were still on I think you were still there at the time, I said it a few nights ago, that there's two types of people on the ball side. There's people who are genuinely kind of honest in their everyday life, right? But when it comes to defending the globe, they end up having no choice but to, they're basically defending a lie.
Say that. Yeah, and you're so right. They do, they have no choice. But
they end up with no options.
Because it is a lie. So when they start defending it, obviously they're gonna lie, even if it's not on purpose, because their whole idea is a lie.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, the whole premise of it is being proven to be faulty. So they're trying to support a faulty premise coming from an honest person's point of view. Can't be done. It's two complete contradictions. And then there's the other side of the ball side, whereas the group of people out there who are like Brenda, who some of them might make a more smarter debate than Brenda. Not that she couldn't do it, it's that she decides that she doesn't want it. Right? Yeah. But some of them make a smarter debate than Brenda, but there's still some of them, even the ones that make a smarter debate, they're still willing to say anything. Yes. You know, it doesn't matter to them. It's more entertainment for them, or more about winning the debate rather than who's right and who's wrong. You could, I mean, how many debates in life has been won by somebody who's willing to say anything, but in a court of law, they wouldn't win that case? You understand what I mean? Because they're not proving the point. They're just beating someone in a debate by saying
they're just saying, beating you into submission just by saying the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, so when you're dealing with them, we're dealing with two types of people. We're dealing with people who get very offended if you call them dishonest, or you say that they're even double speaking. I listened to one of them get offended. I can't remember who it was, on Jose's recently. They got very offended because someone called them said that they were saying double speak, and they said, "I'm not being dishonest." The person wasn't even saying that they were dishonest. They were basically pointing out the contradiction. But the person that they were saying that they got all offended and wanted an apology. It's like because they have a problem with being dishonest and they don't want to be dishonest. But the but the problem is that they're defending something that's faulty. It's like
already dishonest. It's dishonest from the beginning. So they're gonna fall into being dishonest because there's nothing truthful about the ball.
Like if you were selling me a car and you were trying to be honest, but I was pointing out problems with the car, and you kept on telling me you're trying to be honest and you don't want to be dishonest, but you have to ignore then that the tires are in a bad state and that there's an oil problem with the car.
There's no spark plugs or something.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point in pretending that car is faulty.
It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. The manual says it's okay. It's okay. Exactly. So there's the same thing in it. You can't, so if you're trying to defend that, I mean, there must be a serious high level of frustration on their side, probably higher than we have.
By now.
There has to be, especially with the way things are going.
Yeah. Because it's not, because what they were saying, 5 or even 3 years ago, flat Earth's dying, blah, blah, blah. It's, if anything, it's just grown, a million times. They reckon it's gone. It was like 1% a couple of years ago of people. Now it's 2%. So just in like 2 years, it's doubled. Like 6.5 million people in America alone.
I'd say it's more than that. I'd say there's hundreds of millions at this stage. Because a couple of 100 million is not that many people. It's not so huge that it'll be noticeable on the media. Yes, but they're under pressure.
We're heading towards critical mass. Yeah, if it keeps doubling, 1%, 2%, then 4%, then 8%.
Yeah, they keep mentioning it in the media. There was even an advert on the halftime in the Super Bowl or something there. Mark Sargent posted it. There was an advert.
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
and they mentioned flat out in that. And he goes, it's all fake news anyway. And she goes, tell me something, Alexi. Oh, the Earth's flat. Is that the one? Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, so they can't they're still trying to make a joke out of it, but it's becoming deadly serious. And we're not even deadly serious. We're serious about it, but we're relaxed about it now. If you understand, we're kind of getting over that hill in a way.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where I know I know enough to know I'm right.
Yeah.
Like I know it's not a globe. I don't know what exactly it is, but I know it's not what they're telling me it is.
Well,
it's that simple.
I mean, it's like the simplest answer. Occam's razor, isn't it? The simplest answer is normally the correct one. What's the simple answer? That we're like, why? Simplest answer is that it's a construct. The other simplest answer is that it's flat. Why build it concave or some other way?
Yeah. Why
it's
add
an
more
enclosed.
things onto it?
Yeah, it's an enclosed
It's like
living.
Brenda with the horizon thing. Why make up more horizons and looming and all this kind of stuff? Why not just take the simplest answer that the horizon is that far away because it's flat?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's either all this convoluted, complex mathematics and atmospheric conditions and all this kind of nonsense that goes into space, and there's a vacuum and this gravity causes a density gradient within all the gases of the atmosphere, and it's either all this stuff or it's flat.
Or it's flat and
stationary.
enclosed.
Yes,
and
and enclosed. What's the simplest answer? I mean, what do we experience? And the proof for the complex globe side of things is just not strong enough. It's just not there. It's just,
and it's all mathematical. It's all you have to imagine. You have to believe.
Well, everything with that is
They say, look at the sky. We've got gas pressure. Look at the sky. But that doesn't prove there's no container there just because you can't see it.
Exactly. I mean, the thing about it is that there has to be a containment, because otherwise,
of some sort.
All the gravity in the world. Not that I have any belief in it, but gravity 10 times over wouldn't stop gas from equalizing into it.
No, well, it can't stop a helium balloon from going up. So
no, exactly. I mean, we can give physical demonstrations. We can give physical demonstrations of relative density equilibrium. We can give all day long. We can give physical demonstrations of it. And there's even someone on the globe side. He's actually a sound lad. I won't say his name because I don't want to call him out on it. But he's actually an alright fella. But because I don't want a load of flat earthers. It's not that, I just don't want to add people.
That's fine. I understand.
But he was doing some things that was trying to disprove the whole relative density equilibrium. Some tests in his house. And he did this really, really brilliant. Like I gave him kudos for it. He did a really, really, really simple and smart test. But the problem was he doesn't understand. I had a to and fro with him over a course of a week. He couldn't seem to grasp the difference between relative density. He couldn't seem to grasp how to let go of what he's told buoyancy is. And so what he was doing,
conflating the two.
Yes, and what he was doing was the best relative density equilibrium test proof I've ever seen. But he doesn't see it because
he can't see it that way.
Yeah, but if you think about it, what is buoyancy? Buoyancy is something that we can see and show, but the problem with buoyancy is it's connected to gravity. So basically, buoyancy is just gravity's biggest begging the question fallacy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there is gravity because of buoyancy. Because buoyancy has some physicality to it, some tangibility to it. Gravity doesn't.
Yeah.
So they have to let go of gravity and look at buoyancy for what it really is.
Yeah.
And then
they want to argue with us about gravity and stuff from the end of the equation rather than going back to the start of it and saying, hang on, the starting premise was wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. The starting premise was wrong. I mean,
like when they say I dropped something, that proves gravity, but you didn't remember that you picked it up first.
Exactly. Yeah, and you didn't
forget about the start.
Yeah, and that when you drop something, if I drop even a plastic cap off of a bottle of water, right? If I drop that, it'll fall to the floor, right? Because the air that it's falling through, the medium it's falling through, does not have the adequate structural stability, right?
To hold it.
And that's about the size of it. You're going to fall through whatever it doesn't have the structural stability to hold you. Right?
I mean, I know they say, well, what stops it from falling through the less dense air above it? But I look at it as though, well, if you're on a flat stationary Earth, then obviously whoever created it made Earth the ground. Earth.
Yeah, well,
so everything is going to fall towards Earth if it's heavier than the air that it's in.
exactly. I mean, the counter, if
But
you
they
jump
want
out
to
of
know
a...
why. It's like,
Yeah, well, because, the counter to that is why there's methane, helium, hydrogen, neon, I think, as well. There's several of them. Why did they all go up? Why are they go up? Because they're less dense than the air. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump out of an airplane and go up just because it's less dense up
less
there.
dense air.
I'm still going to fall because I fall until what? Until I hit something that has the structural stability to support my density within the volume of me. You know, that's what it is. Until I can land on something that can support my density within the volume. That's all it is. I mean, it couldn't be simpler. But the thing about it is that it's so simple that
They
it's
don't
so
want
opposite.
it to be that simple. Yeah.
Well, it's so opposite from
like,
the...
They don't like anyone, normal people, being able to understand. They want to be smarter. They want to, you know, all these equations and stuff mean they're better than the normal person. And if the Earth construct is that easy to understand, then, you know, all this stuff they've learned is for nothing. And they can't, you know, they don't want that. They want to be smarter than everybody. Like Brenda, she wants to be, you know, we're just stupid and she's so smart.
Well, yeah, well, the problem is that the whole what they call the globe model is so complicated and so complex that what happens is that it's so far removed from the simplicity of reality that
From
they can't
reality,
get back.
yeah.
They can't get back to reality. Reality is simplistic. It's 90% simplistic. You'd have to say 90% of life, of the natural world, is a very
pretty
simplistic
easy to understand.
thing. Yeah, it's so simple. It's so simple and so brilliant that it's actually hard to see it from an outsider's point of view.
Yeah, because of its simplicity.
Yeah, because
it's got us looking for all these convoluted answers when you know, things are pretty, as you know, sometimes as obvious as the nose on your face. Like with the gravity thing, it's like, no, you don't need all that stuff. You know,
exactly.
An apple seed grew, used all that energy to grow, and then it got too heavy for the stalk to hold it, so it fell. It's like
that's what apples do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's
I don't
what
see why.
Made to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what apples do. The same way as a helium balloon goes up, apples will go down. I mean,
I think it's got to have a lot to do with the why. Like people like Brenda I think they hold on to the ball so much because they don't want to be accountable to a creator of any sort, or you know, accountable for the things that they want to think that they're just going to die and that's the end of it. They'll just rot away and they won't have to be accountable for anything they've said or done during their lives.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Some of them are religious people. Like there's a lot of Christians that are globe believers. So it's like the problem is that it's like some of them don't want to be accountable. Some of them don't want to have any belief in God. Or a creator of any kind. And some of them then do have a total belief, but they just cannot understand that if you believe in a creator, then if you were going to create, right, somewhere where you were going to put people to have the experience of life, right?
Of life,
would you make it a big convoluted, complex place? A big
No, I'd make it somewhere where they're safe and secure and...
exactly, you make it simplistic. You'd make it simplistic. You'd make it brilliant and simplistic if you had the abilities. That's what you do. I mean, the engineering of this place is unreal. Sorry?
Yeah. I think the people who are religious who still believe in the ball, some of them have a real hard time believing that other human beings could lie like this. You know, because they're religious and they're pretty decent, moral people. You know, they can't...
Yeah, no, they have a... The problem is that what they don't understand is they can go to the university professor and the university professor will tell them what they want to hear. right? And they might even correct them on a few things, some things that we might even say, right? But the university professor is not actually lying to them, and neither was his professor.
Exactly.
The problem is, you remember the Robert Bassano? Have you ever heard the Robert Bassano phone call he had with the guy in NASA? He worked there for 24 years, and he dealt with the photographs that were coming from, what's that space?
The Hubble or something.
The Hubble, yeah, I think it's the Hubble. Yeah, it was the Hubble. He dealt with he supposedly got the images that supposedly Hubble that came from Hubble, and he distributed them.
Yeah.
Robert Bassano told him that he could correlate that the spy plane, the high altitude spy plane, starting with a name.
Sophia.
Sophia. That had the exact. Was taking the exact same photographs with the exact same equipment as supposedly Hubble was. The exact same place, part of space, and given identical photographs on the exact same day. And he said that to your man, and he asked your man a few other questions, and your man was like, that's mad. I'm working here 24 years, and I often ask that kind of questions to myself. Your man was honest. I remember QE saying it. That guy was on, and you could hear his honesty. He was honest, and he's high ranking in NASA. Yes, he was totally honest.
Scary when
he wasn't lying to anyone.
that, isn't it?
He wasn't lying to.
It's so compartmentalized, and people just don't think about it.
No, as far as he was concerned, he was just putting out those images that came from space for all he knew.
For all he knew, they were coming from where they said they were coming from. He was just doing his job, and it's like I think there's a guy, Tim A. He was coming into chats the last couple of months.
I think that's Timmy Osmond, is it? That's Tim Osmond.
I don't think so. I thought it was in the beginning, but I don't think so anymore, because this guy says he's been working making stuff for satellites for the last 26 years. And I said,
Tim Osmond would say that.
Yeah, well,
he's a troll. He'd say that.
He'll say anything, yeah.
Yeah.
But this guy, now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Sorry, something about satellites or something.
Yeah, just because he's worked in that field and created components that they told him were going on a satellite doesn't make it true. But he won't look. Like I said to him, did you ever actually go and see something you made be put on a satellite, watch that satellite be launched into space or anything like that? No. So, well, how do you know that's what it did? Oh, because I just know that's my job.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you get through to people like that?
Well, they actually build those things. I have no doubt they're building the things.
Yeah, I've got no doubt they build them. I've got no doubt whatsoever they build all the parts, because they make enough money to be able to do that, to keep the lie as real as possible.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not build it? Why not have some company in Illinois build one part, another company in Nevada build another part, another company in Indiana build another part? And who sees the final construction? And even if someone does see it, who sees the thing being put into a rocket and sent off up to space?
And sent to space,
Right, suppose it's space. No one sees this. All you get is you're told this is what's happening, and then you're told there's a satellite out there. This is the rhetoric. And people don't find it in the sea, even if I'm sure that parts of the ocean, the whole Bermuda Triangle thing. Someone let's hit onto that. Well, that's obvious. There's obviously not a big secrecy there. There's it's obvious that there's not a big secrecy. I don't believe that it is what they've always said it was. I believe that it's a place where there's been things dropped for
where they keep firing things into there, so they just don't want people looking there.
Yeah, where they can go and retrieve them, so to keep people away, to keep it a no-go zone.
Yeah, you're going to disappear. Don't go near there. It's dangerous.
But I'm pretty sure they don't even drop. I'm pretty sure that they, at this stage, they're not even dropping these satellites into the sea. They're just not sending them anymore.
They're not even sending them. Yeah.
Nah, they're not sending them.
I think they did for a long time, tried to send things up, but now I think their augmented reality and CGI and stuff is so good that that Elon Musk one where they landed the two things at the same time, sent them up and then landed them again. And I mean, to me, it's so obvious that was CGI. Like, you know, I don't understand how people can look at that and think it was real.
Let's just say it was real. That doesn't mean that space is real.
Because they were able to do that.
No, I mean, they see. The problem is, there was a guy on Nathan's today. I didn't get to see the after show of today's show yet, but there was a guy on Nathan's.
Like it was a good show.
Yeah, it was really good today.
Either.
There was a guy on it. He was a bowler, and he was saying, but he said to Nathan, "Now you're not worried about like the Illuminati coming after you if you're uncovering this massive secret." And Nathan was like, "What? For why? Why would they be worried? What coming after me? Why?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He couldn't understand that it's not a conspiracy anymore. He's not uncovering a conspiracy. The information is out since 2014,
it's
2015.
out for anyone who wants to look.
It's too late.
Yeah,
there's no point in putting a lid on that information. It's already there. What's the point in killing Nathan? You know, or beating him up or something? Yeah. What is the point of that? They're not going to do that. I mean, where did the information come from? How did they even start coming out? I mean, I know they talk about Matt Powerland. That Matt Powerland supposedly, found out in 2003 and started bringing out the information in 2011 or something like that. Now, I don't know. I don't know much about Matt Powerland. I'm not saying he is this, that, or the other thing. But the thing about it is that this information is not even new. There was people who were flat earthers all through the 70s and 80s and 90s into the
The difference now is the ability for people to share that information.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. I mean, there were some lofty ideas some of the older flat earthers might have had, but I mean, the things they probably weren't able to, hadn't actually proven or whatever. But in general, if you listen to, there's a guy called Charles K. Johnson. He died in 2001, and he was the last president of the International Flat Earth Research Society. That was right, and he, as a job. His job was an airline engineer and mechanic, and he was supposedly very, very good. And he knew from the way airplanes flew that there was no way that they could be flying over a curve. They're designed to fly. He knew airplanes. He knows they're designed to fly over a flat plane, a stationary plane. He knew. He, as a mechanic, he needed to be able to fly those planes. He needed and he knew. And he spent years going doing tests and stuff like that. He proved there was no curvature in the what's that big massive canal in Panama? Is the Panama Canal?
Oh, the Panama Canal.
Yeah. He proved things like that. I don't know what he did. I read some of what he did, and there was even things in there I didn't even know what they meant. So he was obviously had really went in depth on
really
something.
Doing a lot.
Now I don't know what other ideas he had. Yeah, well, the thing about it is that what he ended up doing is that, if you listen to some of his, there's online, you'll find some excerpts from interviews he had with media, and he's basically saying the exact things that we've been saying for 5 years. It's literally listening to almost like someone who was on the panel in Nathan.
Wow.
With the exception of some finer refinement, let's just say.
Finer details.
To do with science and that. But in general, he's not saying much wrong. You know what I mean? And it's he actually did a load of, he actually did adverts and everything, and he did a load of video interviews as well. And they're not around. So, I mean, his house went up on fire in 1996.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah. So they got rid of, because he had a couple of thousand subscribers, but everything was letters back then. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
The emails and stuff had only started coming in at that stage. And his wife was very sick, so he ended up focusing on looking after his wife. And she died then he died in 2001. And then in 2004, the Flat Earth Society turned up online, right? That's when they turned up, whoever the hell they are. And the mad thing about them, whoever they are. So the whole thing is convoluted and twisted around. And it's only now that we have the internet, which is a good thing that we can all share everything. But the other side of that is that it also, there's so many people, so many different ideas that it causes rifts and problems. So there's more confusion going on than I think than anything else maybe at the moment. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean, everyone has their own opinion on it, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like this whole thing with light. See, the problem I have is that I can't accept anything from mainstream now just exactly the way they've told us, because everything is either a blatant lie or it's been at least twisted. So, I look at light and do the same thing with that. Well, it can't be what they're telling us it is.
Exactly. I mean, look at the coronavirus. The coronavirus came out a couple of days ago, basically, in the mainstream. Now, there's talk about it having been around for a few weeks or a while. But in the mainstream, it came out a couple of days ago, and there's already supposed experts out on the national news and other places. It's like, how can you become an expert on something that just supposedly turned up?
Just came out.
How are you an expert on that all of a sudden?
They've
like
replicated it or something in Australia as well. It's like, well, how did you do that so quick?
Well, I heard Tory UK speak. I didn't hear him. I saw it in chat. He said earlier that he had got the swine flu back in 2011, I think it was, and he had to go on some particular medication, and he was very bad, right?
Yeah.
And that he took a month of his life away, basically, or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Right. But I got the flu twice in my life, real flu, right? And it lasted about 3 weeks each time. I don't remember huge chunks of it because I was delirious. Yeah, I looked so bad. The second time I got it, like the first time I don't remember what happened afterwards, but the second time I was in my late teens and I looked so bad that people called to the house who hadn't seen me for weeks because they didn't know where I was. Because at the time there was no mobile phones.
No internet and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and they literally said they couldn't hardly recognize me. I was I was so bad. So the real
that's just a normal flu.
That's what flu is. People keep on saying I have the flu, and they don't have the flu. They have some kind of a virus, cold, virusy type thing.
Yep.
They might feel bad. They might have a bit of chills or whatever, and they might be tired and sleeping or feeling bad for a week or so. But that's not the flu. Real flu will knock you for a month. No, I had that twice. There was no special name on the flu. It was just the flu. But now it's called the swine flu, or the bird flu, or the whatever flu.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Now
Now it's the coronavirus.
Got something affecting you, like if you've already got medical problems, then it's going to hit you worse and it might kill you. But
well, I have no doubt.
Do that.
Exactly. I have no doubt that the 2 times I got the flu, that if I was old or if I was already ill, I'd
It would
die.
have killed you.
I'd be dead. There's no doubt about it. I have no doubt, because it was so severe. But there was no big deal made about it. It's just that's what the flu is. But people are going off getting medication and getting these jabs in their arms or whatever else and making a big deal and putting face masks on and you name it and panicking. And everyone's leaving China. Why? Because people have the flu. The flu. Now, the flu might have been pumped out there by somebody. Maybe it was pumped out there by some nefarious people. Maybe not. I have no idea. But it's still the flu. And the flu will kill you. Even the flu can even kill a healthy person. It depends on how hard it hits you.
Yeah, it can. Absolutely. That's why
people
it's so
die.
dangerous.
But people have to understand. People die. That's what you do. You eventually die.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You won't live forever. Something's going to get you. Do you know what I mean?
It's all just distraction. It's like sports and stuff. Bread and circuses. They give you things to distract you. And
exactly.
Some of those things are scary.
Well, it's either panic, comfort, or distraction, isn't it? Those are the 3 things you get, isn't it?
Yep.
Or lies. Panic, comfort, distraction, or just straight blatant lies.
Straight lies.
Because which are part of the 3: panic, discomfort, and
there's lies in all
distraction.
of them anyway.
It's like people are up in arms over stupid stuff like the coronavirus. Okay, it's not stupid if you have it or someone connected to you has it, because obviously it's very dangerous. Like a flu can cause major problems and can kill you. Yes, it can.
Yes.
I mean, I nearly died myself
way.
a couple of times from infections. So things can kill you. It's not, you don't live forever. But I mean, it's just the flu. That's what flus do. A cold will make you sick, keep you out of work for a week or whatever. A flu will flatten you for a month.
A flu will knock you.
Yeah,
knock you
absolutely.
To the ground.
Oh, you'll lose all kinds of weight. You won't know what's going on. You'll be delirious. You'll be sweating. You'll be freezing cold. You'll be sweating. You'll be freezing cold. You won't be eating. You'll be trying to get some fluids into you. Everything will be, you'll be having crazy dreams, you'll be seeing things, you name it. It's all there.
That's horrible. Oh,
That's what it's going to be. It's going to feel really bad. Really,
yeah,
really
you
bad.
feel like you want to die.
Yeah, you're going to feel you're going to feel extra bad. But that's what it is. And people just, they put names on it, bird flu, swine flu, whatever. That's what they do. But it comes down to the person's immune system in the end of the day. Because it's just the flu. They can call it the whatever virus they want. Until people start coming back from the dead and trying to eat us, I won't be too worried about it. You know what I mean? When that starts, then you can say it's serious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when the zombies come, then I'll worry.
Yeah, I'll be worried then. Okay? Then it's time to kind of lock the doors. So it's not it. You know what I mean? Jesus.
Yeah, agree. All right, I better get going, Brian Smith.
Yeah, me too. Jesus, it's 5:15 in the morning here. But I have stuff to do that I promised people I do, so I better go off. I clean the house and everything. So I do that before I go to bed. That's
all right, you have a good night.
Take it easy, Payge. Good night, Gary. Bye.
All right, ciao.